Hello and welcome back to the Dropout Dragon. Today we're going to be looking at another Brawl match. I had Grux earlier, but now we're going to be playing Grim. Now I'm not super great with carries, but it's something I get to practice in Brawl due to its quick-fire nature. And I am playing Grim, who is kind of a hit-and-miss type of carry. If you let him get any type of advantage, he's having a good time. If he doesn't, then he's a big refrigerator that everybody hits. That happens. However, let's get back to the game. We're going to look at this. My build that I'm kind of running for is an attack speed build. There's many other types of builds that people run with this character. I just figured it'd be funny if he was a machine gun, so I'm looking for it. At the beginning here, you can see I was thinking about, hey, can I steal anything? But they all came over to this side, and I was like, oh, well, dang. That's something that we're not going to get. But I'm playing it a little safe here, where I'm just kind of watching them. I did do my displacement orb that you'll see me use a little bit early here. So they end up actually taking our own thing. I was so sure that Twin Blast was going to try to nuke that thing and didn't get it. I go ahead and I block his grenade there. And Richter is in a bad spot because now our team is rotating. Because I was playing a little passive there, like I didn't really know a whole lot of what I was doing, they thought, oh, let's just keep pushing up on them. We got the steals, let's push up on them. But if your team is paying attention and you guys are over in mid or maybe you're on the other side and you're like, oh, wow, look, those guys are overextended, you can just walk up on them, especially this early in the game. Steel makes a good decision here. He is going to steal their heal, which is pretty disheartening to the other team when they see that not only are you on their side, but you are also at full health because you've just, snagged that. You saw Gadget land one of her infamous hats on his head and said, you know what, I don't care. I'm just going to act like it never happened because I'm just going to steal your heal. And that is the decision to make. When you're on the other side of the map, you don't have to worry about last hits or anything like that. All you have to worry about is stealing something from them. Speaking of stealing something from them, I'm going to steal that kill there with my ult, and we had a beautiful team engagement there. Gadget was on it, Steel was on it. Steel saw a big group of them bunched together, and he knew he's our frontliner, and he said, check this out, I'm walking in. Now, we have a Fangtooth because we got up to 5 kills in that engagement, which was very nice for us, and the Fangtooth is going to walk forward, and at this point in the game, nobody really has the damage to do anything about that. It's going to do a lot of damage. It's going to guide its own teammates as it's breathing fire down the lane and not care about taking any damage, and you don't have to worry about taking any damage either because they want to stop that thing, and they're not going to be able to. This is the purple buff, which is better for tanks or any kind of frontliner, but we don't have one of those near us, so I just let the caster take it because, at least she's got a little bit more health than me, so she can just have that. But Steel made the proper decision there. Gadget saw the ult and said, no, I'm ulting too. And that's just pretty much what Brawl is. It is about positioning. It's about timing. It's, you have to start running the train before the train is run on you. That is Brawl. That is how it operates. That is the fun part. I'm just kind of focusing their front line. Because their front line is dead, a lot of their squishier characters are just going to back up. And so I'm just kind of focusing him. I'm just hitting him a lot. He's kind of overextending, so I'm just going to take that advantage almost immediately and say, no. I see that there's a buff behind me. I'm just going to go ahead and take it. Narbash is looking at me. He knows his carry support, what's going on. Kira's a little bit overextended there, and you don't have to play that way. You don't have to be greedy. You can watch what people do. You can be on their side for a little bit, but remember, they're closer to their spawn. Their spawn timers are very low in Brawl, and they could just pop out of there from any of the 2 launch pads and just pinch you down. You don't want to do that. So be kind of careful. Kira, again, she's a little just in the back line kind of watching them, and that's just not really somewhere you want to be. Thankfully, I guess Gadget's controller died here. I don't really know what that was about, but she's gone now. And Kira gets back. You see she lost a lot of health there playing a little bit greedy. And again, you can play greedy around their buffs because you could probably get out of there if you've got your flash or your support item, which funny enough in this entire match I barely use. I don't even think I'd used my support item once because I just kind of think to myself, you know what, I'm going to save it for when I'm really in trouble. And the trouble just really never comes because these guys are trying to get out of their base, but we're not giving them so much room that they can just walk out and hit us and we can't heal or anything, and they can. We're just kind of hanging out in this little mid area here, which is really where you want to be because it means a lot of your teammates can be next to you. It means that they can be watching. And remember, I'm playing with these randos. I don't know any of these people. So there is no real coordination here. It's just what you can see with your eyes. and make those decisions in that moment. So I've got nothing to engage on. I'm going to go check their buffs. I'm going to go look around. Muriel is over there taking that one. Unfortunately, I kind of missed that one, which sucks. But I do get this, which is good because it's a attack speed boost, and we like that. As a carry, we're a big fan of that. I could go in on the Richter, but their whole team is right there, and they've got their healing up. So I just decide, no, I'm going to play it a little bit smart here. I was pretty sure Richter was going to grab me, and he didn't. So I was just kind of watching it and thinking, okay. I'm gonna throw up my shield, even though he clearly was like, no, I don't want to deal with it. I just, there's nothing to pull on. We don't have our damage in this spot. And honestly, their team is just a little bit disorganized here. And that's kind of what you want. If you get a nice early lead, they are just kind of discombobulated. He's throwing out the hook. He really wants it, which again that would be not a bad hook, but his team again just wasn't there for him, even if he had landed it. So it's okay to, you know, move yourself around, position a bit. You want to play it passive, but you want to be close enough to do something. Like where I'm at currently. Steel gets that. And I'm like, oh, okay, I can walk in on that one. I do want to zone the Twin Blast while my friends are going crazy. Steel with another good ult. And we just take out their front line again. And as soon as their front line is gone, look, they're all backing. They're all like, uh-oh, I got to get out of here. Now, Narbash makes a decision here. Narbash knows he's hurt, but then he turns around and sees that there's a Fang Tooth. And he's like, oh, lots of damage. This is a correct decision that Narbash is making. But as soon as the Fang Tooth goes in the portal and is gone, we get our points. He should have been out of there. But instead, that happens. You lose your Fang Tooth, you should be out of there. I sound the retreat there for him, and I was a little late. He was a little late. He just found himself melted. You know, I had full health. I had my support items. I had my flash. I had everything I needed in that situation to be okay. But he didn't. I make a decision here because I was playing other carries. I pick up Tainted Rounds. That's actually not the item that you want to run with in this situation. Plasma Blade would have been better. But I picked that up just because of just muscle memory, and also in this game that I'm doing so well in, I'm not even thinking anymore. Because you can become overconfident and stupid. That can happen very quickly. I go and I check their buffs because there's not really an engagement. You know, you want to keep busy. It's all about movement and being around. Unfortunately, Gadget takes a nasty Richter hook there, but it does seem like she's going to get away, and Richter just takes a lot of damage for it because his phase and his Gadget are just not confident enough to get up in anybody's face. And you need that confidence. You need to say, yep, this is where I need to be. I don't know what she was just deciding. She said, I'm taking that kill, which was, you know, not the greatest ult from Gadget, but she could be running Astro Catalyst, which means she's got ults for days anyway, and she doesn't care. And then this poor Gadget here, their Gadget, finds that the Thunk is just nasty right there at the spawn, and she's just trying to get in, so I know that she's not going to turn around and do anything. So she's just going to eat it right there. I'm body blocking for my Gadget, which is unfortunate. I'm a giant refrigerator-sized character. Yep. Kira was a little bit thirsty for a kill there, and I'm like, okay, I've got no mana, and I've got some money. So I might as well go back and pick up an item. And there's not really a big engagement right now, so that's okay. That's a thing that you can do. That's fine. I'll go ahead and pick up Caustica just for the, you know, the magic pen. And now I'm thinking, you know what? If we're going to go movement speed and we're going to go, attack speed, then let's just go attack speed and just run it up. Now I have to get back into the game here. Narbash is just kind of frontlining all of the damage. I don't even think I hit anything there. I try to ult the Twin Blast, but Richter got in my way, so I just kind of missed it. So Richter's just going to feel all of my damage. Richter was dead there regardless. I don't know what FaZe was doing. FaZe decided she was going to pull her own teammate into the fight like that. I'm body blocking as best as I can so the Gadget doesn't go down. Their Gadget goes down. Their Twin Blast goes down. Twin Blast really wanted that kill on Gadget, and I just body blocked immediately because despite being a carry, I can body block because, you know, my steps take up 2 blocks while I'm walking. You can see the size difference between me and Kira. Kira is another carry. We both have the same job, but I'm giant and she isn't. But it does come with the benefit of having your own personal shield when you want it. And some serious CC with his slows. A lot of chase down. And FaZe really wants that gadget. They're really upset by that gadget. I mean, poking them out, throwing her hats everywhere. They really want that. But we have a serious lead here. Orb Prime is coming up. I don't want to immediately engage it. Their whole team is right there. Our team is kind of around. So it's better just kind of to zone them out. I'm pretty sure that someone else is going to deal with that. Look at that damage that we do on the Muriel. We do body block each other because Narbash and me are just massive. We'll try to get in there. And now Kira has backed up, and she's going to do Orb Prime. She's going to start doing crazy damage as a carry. I could have ulted that, but I don't think I would have had that with the animation would have taken too long, and I would have missed it. So now I'm just zoning and letting Orb Prime get taken by my other carry behind me. I don't have to worry about the team rushing up in on it or anything like that because they're trying to deal with us. They're trying to, we are in their face. So not only did we get the Prime buff, we also have an objective Fangtooth, which at this point in the game might go down pretty fast. It's nice to follow them up. It's a nice thing. But now the damage is a little bit less, and also everybody's either got their tank items, their damage items. Fangtooths can start going down. They are not the threat that they were 8 minutes ago. That is just not how it is. Muriel gets away. FaZe actually doing a good pull there, or Muriel would have absolutely ate it. And right now I'm playing a little bit greedy, but their Richter is dead, so I don't super care. He's the only one really that could CC me long enough to die in front of tower. He's dead. And then a short time span that he could have gotten me, that's not a problem for me. Twin Blast is just in a bad spot. I was like, you know what, I'll ult that, but I ended up ulting the Richter. Because Twin Blast died a little bit too fast, and we just don't have to play stupid now. Everything, and we can just kind of hang here for a second, and we know that they're just struggling to get out of their own door. But remember, that's one door. There is a second. I see the Fangtooth walk in. That's huge points for us. I'm looking at the other door like, are they going to use it? They don't. I did put a little spray down there because I thought it was a pretty funny match. But, yeah, it's all about conditioning the other team into being afraid of you, to think that if they walk forward, they die. It's about conditioning them that. And at the very early stages of the game, you can do that. I played a little bit sloppy on purpose in the beginning so they would walk forward, and my team would rotate on them, and then they were just gone. In fact, I was laughing to the point where I missed even a few of my shots. Now we're looking here at the damage. You know, I've got top damage on the team, and I've actually got the least amount of damage taken because they just didn't want to approach us. So that happens. That's the way it is. It's kind of hard to come back in Brawl. That's one of the more difficult things to deal with Brawl, is if you're a little bit behind, it's hard to come back because the games are so short. So those early plays are very important to get those big ults off when you hit level 6 and get in there, as the Steel and the Gadget clearly did, having a good time with themselves and just landing just the big hits there. CC is a good thing, frontliners are a good thing, carries are a good thing, cash is a good thing. You don't want too much of one thing, but in, you know, the random environment of Brawl, sometimes some funny things can happen, and right there is an example of that. And from the rest of the match, these guys were just discombobulated. They did not know where to be or what to do, and that's the kind of conditioning you want to do in Brawl. So watch those movements, you know, pick when to be greedy, when not to be greedy, and a lot of those moments are around the doors. Just don't stick around too long in front of the doors, and you should be okay, especially if you're at advantage. And also, follow your Fangtooth. You might even be down at half health. Just follow it. Follow the damn thing. It's going to surprise you with how much damage and what a threat it is, because they're going to start shooting at it before they start shooting at you. Either way, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.